Now, Amanda Knox has been sentenced to 28 years in jail, but there is no guarantee she'll serve any of that sentence. So what lies in store for the American student? If that guilty conviction is upheld at further appeals, and further appeals are a prospect, Italian authorities could ask the United States to hand her over under the extradition treaty which exists between the two countries. If the United States denied the request, it could mean that she is effectively trapped in the United States for the rest of her life. She could face being deported to Italy if she travelled to any country that holds an extradition treaty with the Italians, and many do, including Canada, close at home, and further away, countries like Australia, New Zealand, or indeed anywhere in Western Europe. There is the possibility that American authorities could reject any extradition request under the concept of double jeopardy. It's enshrined in the US Constitution, claiming she should not be tried on the same charge twice. It was a legal principle which existed here for centuries until recently. But legal experts have pointed out that that defence is unlikely, as she was found guilty first, then acquitted in an intermediate appeals court. Amanda Knox has said that she won't return to Italy willingly. She used rather more colourful language than that. But if America refused to cooperate, it could cause a diplomatic row. The United States and Italy currently enjoy a successful extradition relationship with cooperation high on fighting organised crime. But Italy may choose not to pursue a request for Amanda Knox to return in case it angers what amounts to a very powerful ally. Well, let's get more on this. Joining us live from Palermo via Skype is Gabriele Giambrone, an Italian lawyer. Gabriele, welcome to you. Do you foresee extradition proceedings to bring Amanda Knox from America back to Italy?
Hi, Colin. Well, this is a difficult question because from a legal point of view, we must remember that Amanda Knox is still an innocent person because in the Italian judicial system, everyone is deemed to be innocent until the 3 steps of the appeals procedure are completed. So, assuming that the final Corte di Cassazione or the High Court will uphold the judgment, it then will pose the issue as to whether she's likely to return to Italy. And in my opinion, she will not come back to Italy.
Is it right to say, Gabriele, there is only one, or are there more appeal steps left?
Yes, it's right. There is one more appeal. The lawyers for Raffaele Sollecito have already announced that they're preparing an appeal. The final appeal will be to the Corte di Cassazione, which is the Italian Supreme Court, which can only look at matters of law and not at issues of fact. So any possibility of appeal will only turn on the issue of whether any legal arguments can be put forward. But the finding of facts as such have already been established by the Court of Appeal and can no longer be put into debate.
Yeah. And who would make that final decision, Gabriele, in terms of whether, I mean, assuming that that final court upholds the conviction, would it be a politician or would it be a judge who would make the final decision to say, OK, we now want to send the papers to America and we are seeking the extradition of this woman? Because obviously, to some degree, the story is politically loaded, lots of media attention. Whose decision would it be?
Oh, no. We have a very clear and distinction between the political and the judicial powers here in Italy. So it will be a judicial decision. What would happen is that effectively, if Amanda Knox and Raffaele Sollecito were found guilty also at the 3rd step of appeal, then there would be an order for Amanda Knox to be extradited. And what may happen, I presume, is that her American lawyers would argue that under American law, she should not be brought back to Italy under the principle of double jeopardy.
And in terms of extradition proceedings between America and Italy, how well used is that treaty?
Well, the treaty has been used, and it's fair to say there's a good cooperation between the two countries. However, it's also fair to say that the American authorities are very protective and they interpret the treaty perhaps to protect their own citizens. So whether from a factual point of view, that's my own personal point of view, she will return to Italy, I believe that the chances are very low. From an Italian legal point of view, the judgment of the Court of Appeal in Perugia, so the acquittal judgment, has been annulled, so it's never existed. Annulment means that it doesn't have any legal value. Therefore, it's wrong to say that Amanda Knox was found not guilty. So there is no double jeopardy as such. There is one judgment, which is the judgment of the Court of Appeal in Florence. She has been found guilty, and therefore, under Italian principles, we have no doubt that she should be extradited. Whether she will come to Italy is a separate matter, however.
Gabriele Giambrone is managing partner of Giambrone Law, who are an Anglo-Italian law firm. Gabriele, thanks very much indeed.